Welcome back to 13 on your sideline. Cedar Springs had a tough task ahead of them tonight as they travel to Zeeland West.
You know, the Red Hawks have faced the Ducks 5 times before, and so far they've yet to come out on top. Maybe tonight will be a first for the boys from Cedar. Late in the first quarter, Zeeland on the 25. This is the first pass of the game. Trey Sluhack makes the grab in the end zone, wide open. That's what happens when you run the ball 15 times and set up the pass. Made it 8-0 early in the second quarter. Now, Ducks going back to the ground game. It's Rolando Roblin, looking like Barry Sanders, shifty in the hole, bounces it outside, cruises into the end zone. That touchdown makes it 14-0 late in the second quarter. Now Zeeland on the 16-yard line. This time Parker Holman is going to take the handoff. They got a well-balanced ground game there in Zeeland as he breaks some tackles on the right side, spins into the end zone. As we're unsure how this one finished, pretty sure the Ducks got the win.
Forest Hill Central hosts Portage Central tonight, hoping for a repeat of the 42-0 beating they gave the Mustangs last year. And FHC held themselves to that promise. They held Portage down right from the start of the game. First possession, the Rangers find themselves on the goal line, and it's Mason McDonald, who doesn't have a farm, but he's having a day. He punches it in. Rangers are rolling. FHC keeps the pressure on Portage, not letting them convert 2 fourth downs in a row. In the second quarter, more of the same story. They keep their offense dialed up. McDonald stayed on it and snipes it to Ty Hudkins in the middle of the field, and the Northwestern football commit gets into the promised land. Then McDonald runs it right past the Mustangs for another touchdown to give the Rangers a 19-0 lead. They win 26-6. Staying in the Forest Hills district, where Northern was looking for just their second win ever against Jenison. First half, quiet. Huskies get to it in the third quarter. Quick march down the field, and then a run from Chris Flemings makes it 14-0 FHN. Look at that Husky go just over the goal line.
Breaking some tackles.
End of the third quarter, the Huskies worked their way down to the goal line once again. Logan Herstein, who was all out last week, gets it to Christian Grandstrom. That moves the chains, and this time they get to the goal line, and Herstein walks in for the score. Fourth quarter of the game, Jenison gets one more chance to put some points on the board. Forest Hills Northern coughs up the ball, which lets Jenison recover a fumble, but it was all good for the Huskies tonight. Forest Hills Northern shuts out the Wildcats 21-0.
Now, historically speaking, football season hasn't been a great time in Hart and White Cloud, but the winds of change are blowing in both communities.
Matt Gard was there as these two longtime foes faced off. He joins us in the control room.
Yeah, guys, these two teams are both 1-0. They're both coming off winning seasons, and they're both being featured here on 13 on Your Sidelines for the second straight week. Let's head up to the land of sand dunes and asparagus for the 41st meeting of these schools' first quarter opening drive for Hart. They call Jose Luis Andaverde beast mode, and this is why. He takes it 30 yards to the house. 2-point conversion makes it 8-0 Pirates. Later in the quarter, Connor Edwards, he's going to throw it up and find Chase Gale for a big gain. Iman Hertzler would take it in for a score later on to put them up 14-0 after one. Second quarter, White Cloud would answer. Jason Ruther finds Nathan Campow for a big gain. Lloyd Seabright Johnson would score later on the drive, 14-7. But tonight belonged to the Pirates. Edwards gives himself a nice gain, sets up Alex Hicks for the score. Hart is 2-0, and they take care of White Cloud 52-28. Ravenna and Montague faced off tonight looking for their first win of the year. Don't get to say that too often. The Dogs down 20-7 at half, but Drew Mabrito would get them back into it. He scores from just a few yards out. It's a 6-point game, but not for long. Montague on the ensuing drive, Mason Dark finds Paul Olson all alone. He goes darn near the length of the field for 6. Montague up 26-14. Ravenna trying to get back into it. Blake Homiley's pass is going to be tipped and picked off by Cooper Bradley. And the Cats are going to capitalize on that turnover, guys. It's Dark to Olson again, this time in double coverage, and somehow Olson is going to find the end zone for a second time. He might be an MVP of the week candidate. Ravenna would come back, but Montague would hold them off 39-34, and they improve to 1-1.
Well, our fan vote of the game is back. This week, we asked you to choose from 4 games south of Grand Rapids. Find out who the vote won and what the game was next.
And we're heading down to Tulip Town to see if it would be Holland or Comstock Park coming away with their first win of the year. Stick with us.